On April 1, 2020, the last 7 movies in the Studio Ghibli library will be available to stream on Netflix internationally. Below is the full breakdown of all the new Studio Ghibli movies coming to Netflix, and once that library is complete you'll have a total of 21 incredible movies to binge at your leisure. If you missed any of the February and March Studio Ghibli editions, go and check them out first. The list below only applies to Netflix regions outside of the United States and Canada. Here are all the Studio Ghibli titles coming to Netflix on April 1, 2020. Pom Poko, 1994. Director, Isao Takahata. Genre, drama, fantasy. Runtime, 119 minutes. English dub cast, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Clancy Brown, Tress MacNeille, Andre Stoico, J.K. Simmons. The late Isao Takahata was influenced heavily by the manga of Shigeru Sugiura, and its influence can be seen throughout Pom Poko. While not one of their most critically acclaimed anime, Pom Poko is still a charming tale in its own right. Sadly, over 25 years since the film's release, its message and meaning are stronger than ever as we face a crossroads with the climate and the protection of species vulnerable to change. Threatened by a gigantic suburban development project called New Tama, a group of tanuki must use all of their supernatural abilities and talents to save it. Whisper of the Heart, 1995. Director, Yoshifumi Kondo. Genre, coming-of-age, romance. Runtime, 121 minutes. English dub cast, Brittany Snow, David Gallagher, Gene Smart, James Sicking, Carey Elwes. Based on the manga of the same name, Whisper of the Heart was the only title from the studio to be directed by Yoshifumi Kon before his untimely death. One of the lesser-known titles in the studio's collection, it nevertheless deserves a watch. Whisper of the Heart was a big hit when released in Japan, making a total of 3.15 billion yen at the box office. Teenage bookworm Yuko Harada of Mukaihara Junior High School meets Seiya, a young man who has been checking out all the books she has been reading. Days after meeting, Seiji leaves Japan to begin a 2-month study with a master violin maker, beginning his dream of becoming a luthier. His actions inspire Yuko to take her love of writing seriously, starting her own journey to craft a tale of love lost. Howls Moving Castle, 2004. Director, Hayao Miyazaki. Genre, adventure, family. Runtime, 119 minutes. English dub cast, Emily Mortimer, Gene Simmons, Christian Bale, Lauren Bacall, Billy Crystal. Hayao Miyazaki's disdain and opposition to the US invasion of Iraq led him to create Howls Moving Castle. The film's heavy anti-war themes may have contributed to its box office figures of only $4.7 million in the US, but this was expected by Miyazaki, whose rage could only be quelled by the creation of the film. Anti-war sentiment aside, Howl's Moving Castle is still considered some of the best work ever produced by Studio Ghibli. Sophie, youthful and beautiful, is leading a very uneventful life at her father's hat shop working as a milliner. One day while on her way to visit her sister, Sophie happens to come across the wizard Howl and befriends him. Jealous of the young woman, the Witch of the Waste transforms Sophie into a 90-year-old woman. Caught up in a war between 2 neighboring kingdoms, Howl must use all of his magical ability and talent to help restore Sophie's youth and to restore peace to the troubled nations. Ponyo on the Cliff by the Sea, 2008. Director, Hayao Miyazaki. Genre, adventure, comedy. Runtime, 101 minutes. English dub cast, Noah Cyrus, Frankie Jones, Tina Fey, Matt Damon, Cate Blanchett. The 2000s was arguably the best decade for Studio Ghibli at the box office. Prior to the release of Your Name, Ponyo was the 3rd highest grossing anime film of all time, just behind Howl's Moving Castle and Spirited Away. Inspired by Hans Christian Andersen's Little Mermaid, the film is a magical little tale that all of the family can enjoy, especially the children. Sneaking out of the kingdom to see the forbidden surface world, the goldfish princess encounters a young boy named Sosuke. Becoming friends almost immediately, Sosuke names her Ponyo. Ponyo wants nothing more than to become human and spend more time with her human friend. But the more time she spends with Sosuke, the more human-like she becomes. When Ponyo is caught sneaking out by her father, he brings her back to his kingdom, but Ponyo's desire to become human is so strong she breaks free and returns to Sosuke village. In consequence of her escape, she accidentally spills a series of magical elixirs that endanger Sosuke's village. From Up on Poppy Hill, 2011. Director, Goro Miyazaki. Genre, drama, family. Runtime, 91 minutes. English dub cast: Sarah Bolger, Anton Yelchin, Edie Merman, Jamie Lee Curtis, Gillian Anderson. Based on the manga of the same name, From Up on Poppy Hill was directed by Goro Miyazaki, the son of Studio Ghibli co-founder, Hayao Miyazaki. Like the rest of the country, From Up on Poppy Hill was impacted by the 2011 Toku earthquake and tsunami. During production, delays happened due to the blackouts that cities were experiencing after the disaster. The anime title was eventually released, and while it isn't heralded as one of the best anime from the studio, it's nevertheless an enjoyable tale. In the wake of WW2, Japan is in a period of modernization. In the port of Yokohama, 16-year-old Umi Matsuzaki attends Isogo High School, living in the boarding house Kakwelakot Manor. Upon meeting Shun Kazama, a member of the high school's newspaper club, Uma helps him clean the school's clubhouse, Quartier Latin. But when the local businessman and chairman of the high school, Tokumaru, decides he wants to demolish the building for redevelopment, it's up to Umi and Shun to change his mind. The Wind Rises, 2013. Director: Hayao Miyazaki. Genre: biography, drama. Runtime: 126 minutes. English dub cast: Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Emily Blunt, John Krasinski, Martin Short, Werner Herzog. In what was supposed to be his farewell film before his retirement, Hayao Miyazaki directed the fictional biopic of Japanese engineer Jiro Horikoshi. Based upon the life of Horikoshi, and another body of works based on his career. Once again, the anime studio knocked it out of the park with its incredible animation, beautiful score and wonderful story. If Hayao Miyazaki had stayed retired, then The Wind Rises would have been a worthy send-off. Jiro Horikoshi always dreamed of becoming a pilot, but thanks to his nearsightedness he can't follow his dream. One night, as Jiro dreams of flying, he is met by the famous Italian aeronautical engineer Giovanni Battista Caproni that it is better to build planes than fly them. Taken by these words, Jiro makes it his life mission to become an engineer and to design planes for the Japanese Empire. When Marnie Was There, 2014. Director: Hiromasa Yonebayashi. Genre: drama, family. Runtime: 103 minutes. English dub cast: drama, family. The second feature film directed by Hiromasa Yonebayashi, and only the second since the retirement of Hayao Miyazaki, When Marnie Was There is the last Studio Ghibli title of the decade. Upon release, the anime earned great critical praise, even earning a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature. The studio has since been on a hiatus but will be returning in the near future with the release of How Do You Live, with Hayao Miyazaki coming out of retirement to direct the feature. Anna Sasaki, an introverted 12-year-old living with her foster parents, Yoriko, and her husband, suffers an asthma attack. Recommended to move Anna to somewhere with clean air, the family spends the summer vacation in a rural seaside town called Kisakibetsu. When Anna comes across an abandoned mansion, she meets Marnie, a young girl with long flowing blonde hair. As Anna spends more time with Marnie, her life begins to unravel around her. She learns the truth about her family and foster care. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more upcoming videos.